Hello guys, in today's video we are going to discuss Luffy's status as a Yonko. Since Luffy was announced as a 5th Yonko, a lot of the fandom didn't accept and a lot of pirates in the New World didn't accept him either because Luffy didn't even scratch Big Mom or Kaido, so a lot of people didn't have confidence saying Luffy is a 5th Emperor if he couldn't even fight with an Emperor. The only Emperor that we saw Luffy damage was Blackbeard, and that was pre-time skip. But now, after chapter 1026, at last, people can say with confidence that Luffy is an Emperor of the Sea, the 5th one. But a lot of people now may rank him even above Blackbeard, and simply because he now showed more feats than Blackbeard. Luffy before was recognized as an Emperor of the Sea because he scrapped with Big Mom, entered her territory, damaged her and her name, defeated 2 of her commanders, especially Katakuri, and get out of it. So that title was kinda justified on the outside. But on the inside, we as Luffy followers, we knew that Luffy couldn't fight with the other emperors. So the question is, of course, how will Luffy be an Emperor of the Sea if he's struggling this much with an Emperor's commanders? And what made this hurt even more is when Luffy tried to fight Kaido and didn't even scratch him and didn't even hurt him when he was drunk, and Kaido one-shotted him that easily. Luffy learned Ryu, but it doesn't count as a big boost because it doesn't seem to affect Kaido that much, like the Scabbers did. But then, Luffy got access to using his Conqueror Haki for attack. He learned how to coat his armies with it and used it as a weapon like other Yonkos did. One without access to advanced Conqueror Haki coating and attacks can't simply fight a Yonko, unless of course his name is Blackbeard and have multiple OP devil fruits. Some people might say that Blackbeard has access to advanced Conqueror Haki and either Conqueror Haki simply because of the argument that Blackbeard hurt Shanks and gave him that scar using a weapon infused with Conqueror Haki like Kaido and Big Mom does. But the simple way to refute that argument is that Shanks lost his arm to Sea King at a later age and not in his beginnings. So Shanks' body is a normal one, just like Whitebeard. When Whitebeard got attacked in Marineford, he got scarred and hurt by almost everyone, Squad and the Marines, and it was simply because his body was a normal person's body, unlike Big Mom's body and Kaido's body, which now knows that he isn't from a human race. So it might be as simple as that Blackbeard used his claws to attack Shanks. He got an attack in and scarred him forever. Now let's talk about Luffy finally splitting the sky, a move that can only be titled as a Yonko move. No other character in One Piece universe showed the splitting sky moment unless he was titled a Yonko, which gives us the ability to call Luffy Yonko at last. Who showed this? There are only 4 people before that showed it, which are Shanks and Whitebeard, as we first saw, Big Mom and Kaido, and then Whitebeard versus Roger. So Luffy being added to the panel of those 4 epic moments shows him really even above Blackbeard. Luffy showed himself very capable of picking fights, getting into them, fighting his way out without a significant loss or harm. Now let's address another point that a lot of people are confused about, which is how is Luffy capable to split the sky after being knocked down from Onigashima's rooftop? And to address this question properly, we need to first of all address some points. First, Luffy can easily adapt and learn during the fight. When we saw Luffy conclude that Kaido was using his Conqueror Haki to coat his weapon and attack with it, and by simply watching this, Luffy could easily access to this advanced form of Haki in a singular fight, not long from his observation. The second point is Conqueror Haki is defined as the will of person, and Luffy is known by all the people that he has an unbreakable, unshakable will. We all knew that Luffy's will is almost uncomparable to any other person in the One Piece universe, so it wasn't a surprise that Luffy can develop this Conqueror Haki technique with a simple rest and eating food and simply coming back to the fight. So the simple answer will be, in the beginning, Luffy only recognized Conqueror Haki being used as a weapon and used it. Then, after being knocked out, eating food, resting, and going back after being thoughtful of his move, his new technique, and what he will do in the battle. He harnessed his willpower like he always do. He replenished his energy, and that little practice that he did with Kaido unlocked even a further level in his Conqueror Haki advanced form. which allowed him to, we don't know of course, but we can say that fought evenly with Kaido to split the sky, which isn't really surprising since we saw Luffy develop Gear 3 and Gear 2 simply by thinking about them and addressing his power, his devil fruit, and using his imagination. We saw it again with Katakuri when Luffy simply learned observation haki, the advanced form of it, simply by fighting someone who has access to it and getting better at it with each second of the fight. So now for me at least, Luffy is better than Blackbeard. He achieved many things much more astonishing than Blackbeard in the pre-time skip and even in the post-time skip. He took down a Yonko, he fought another Yonko, he's fighting another Yonko, and now he's fighting a Yonko collab. As we knew from the series, Blackbeard achievement was conquering what Whitebeard conquered and got access to multiple OP devil fruits, which is amazing of course, but we never saw Blackbeard pick a fight or heard of him pick a fight with a Yonko. As we remember, he simply slided away when facing Shanks. He simply slided away when he faced Shanks in Marineford, and he never asked for smoke afterwards. He got 2 whole years. He established himself in Whitebeard's zones, but he never picked up a fight with a Yonko. So now for me, the ranking of Yonkos is as this. First, we have Kaido as the strongest creature in the world. Second, we have Lin as the strongest hag in the world. Third, we have Shanks. Fourth, we have Luffy as the uprising Yonko. And fifth, we have Blackbeard as the substitute Yonko that simply filled in Whitebeard's post. Now, what I wanna say is this. Even if Blackbeard did something astonishing, amazing, out of this world when we are here dealing with Kaido in Wano, he did some crazy shit in Marineford or whatever, it doesn't even compare to what Luffy did to a Yonko. Luffy fighting a Yonko, this is a feat, and Luffy did it again and against a collaboration of 2 Yonkos, and he didn't back off and even split the sky using advanced conqueror haki. So nothing Whitebeard can do will be for me a further step to prove his power other than what Luffy did. So for me, even post Wano, we won't see anything from Blackbeard that surpasses Luffy. He might do crazy shit, he might destroy something amazing or conquer the whole world. I don't know what he can do. Maybe now he's conquered Big Mom territory because she's out of it and only Katakuri and some of the minions are there. Maybe he's picking a fight in Marijwa or in the new Marineford. I don't know. He might do some crazy stupid shit, but in terms of powers, Luffy outdid him this time. Luffy will now be ranked 4 in the sky splitting panel, which we don't see Blackbeard in any way or form in it. Now on my thoughts on this battle and its outcome, I will gladly say my opinion. Luffy can simply beat Kaido in the advanced conqueror haki simply because Kaido had more time to practice with it and hone his skills. So logically there is no way that Luffy, the person that learned this thing in an hour or less, can't simply outskill somebody practicing this technique for even decades. So the simple answer is Luffy will use this new technique with the combination of a smart way and a creative way, like always, with his devil fruit to create either Gear 5, which is some form that is coated with the advanced conqueror haki, or maybe it's called Gear 4, another name, which is a variation from Gear 4 using conqueror haki coating instead of the armament haki coating. We might even see the both. We might see a variation in Gear 4 with the Ryu technique, the advanced armament haki coating, and the Gear 5 with Luffy using his conqueror haki. For me, for consistency, I want to see a new form of Gear 4 which uses his advanced armament haki, Ryu, and with that form he further coated himself. So the picture should be Luffy in maybe a form like Snake Man, but instead of his normal coating he will have his advanced armament haki coating, which is Ryu, and with another layer on top of it, which is the advanced conqueror haki layer. This for me will even the chances with Kaido, because to simplify to Yonko without using creativity and outsmart him, Luffy can simply depend on his strength alone. So these are my thoughts on Luffy's status as a Yonko, Luffy's ranking amongst the Yonkos, Luffy's future plans and abilities with his conqueror haki coating. Thank you so much for watching this. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, and if you want to discuss this even more, don't hesitate to use the comment section below to discuss this with me even further. Thank you so much and have a nice day.